but I kind of just got sick of driving, so I wanted to take a stop. It's a nice little town, so this seemed like a good place. So a couple of small things that I noticed I'd point out. So there you have the Anglican church, and then you have Dungiven Castle over there behind that bus. Now, I'd like to take a video, but it's actually a school now. It was once used throughout the plantations of Ulster, and then a lot of wealthy families took it over, but it came too expensive. It was a hotel for a while. They didn't really work out, but eventually it turned into the second Irish language secondary school in Ulster, and the first one outside of Belfast. So the castle that used to be used for the plantations is now an Irish language school, which is pretty cool. And this behind me, this is a memorial to Kevin Lynch, who was from the village, who was one of the 1981 hunger strikers, and to the rest of the hunger striker, but namely Kevin Lynch, because he was from this town or village. But we'll take a quick walk. I just stopped to get a coffee and come for a walk. It's going to rain again, because every time I stop it starts to rain. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool about the castle turned into an Irish language school. It looks fairly big, but I don't know if that's just like the administration room and then the school buildings are outside it, but obviously I'm not going to go over. So like many places in Ireland, it's like a one-way town. Farming back in the day, and then now different industries. I'm not really sure what's here, but I know that the hurling team is named Kevin Lynch Hurling Club. It was renamed after he died on the hunger strike. And just where I was standing with the harp, that was said to be a location during the hunger strikes where people from the town and village would come and pray and sing decades of the Rosary for the life of Kevin Lynch and the other hunger strikers. And there's a lot of Irish signs in the town, so I don't know if it's like a Gaeltacht area, or they're at least trying, especially with the school there, so it has to be at least some way of a Irish speaking village or town. And also in the castle there was a couple of meetings to do with the Good Friday Agreement and the peace process in the north of Ireland. So I will, if I can figure it out, I'll add it here, commentary. I'll just take a walk down through the town. A lot of places closed for a Monday. This is the library. Then there's a statue of a lady with a harp, and I was reading a bit of her story. She's a mythological person, but that, I know who that lady is in the red, but that looks like Chris Hemsworth. Like if you zoom in on, I don't know if you can see on the people, that looks like Chris Hemsworth. So I don't know if there's like a movie or if that's just the picture happens to just look like him. then just over here there's a mural to Kevin Lynch. A big one. So he did play for the Derry underage, I think the under 16s. So he was a good hurler as well. But then he went on to join in the war, or in the conflict known as the Troubles. Keep going down, see what else is around. It's actually, I know things are closed, but for a main street, for a rural main street, there seems to be a lot of shops and different businesses actually, at least maybe not open, but in operation. A good few down. This park was named after Kevin Lynch, who died in a hunger strike on the 1st of August 1981. Officially opened by Gerald Lynch, brother of Kevin's, on the 4th of August 2012. I don't know where the park is. Where this park? Oh yeah, Kevin Lynch Park. So, sorry, it is this one. Big birds. Yeah, there's a lot of rural villages in down south that are definitely don't look like this. These look like there's life in the town. The hair, I'm not good with art, but the hair is supposed to represent how the town continually adapts and changes to meet the challenges of its shifting landscape. Well, maybe. That's the Dungiven hair if you're in the area. Well, it's a nice town. I know it looks grey, but that's just the weather. But because I think the coastal drive, you could drive past here very easily. The coastal drive was the scenic route to Derry, and then obviously I don't know what's called the A2 or the M2 or something that I was using, would bypass Dungiven, so kind of suck the life out of places, which happens a lot. So happens down around my area as well. There's a couple of houses here now, could be throwing some paint. There's loads of pubs though. There's about 4 or 5 pubs I'm after walking past, and they all seem to be open. They're the only things that are open. Everything else is kind of just on their lunch break. Don't know how much further. I'll go a little further. So this is just Dungiven Main Street. There's obviously loads of side streets and stuff. And there, that's another cafe. So there was I think it was Nora's Cafe up top where I got my coffee, and this is Rosemary's. So two places, and then another Gaelga location, culture centre. So the place is doing serious work with the Irish language, so it's pretty cool. I don't know, it must be in Wales Cox area, but they're Glór Dungiven. I'm not really helping the Irish language there, but it looks like a culture centre. So it's Dungiven Station, Dungiven Presbyterian Church. So it must be the car park for the church. I think there's probably another bar or restaurant there, Silkies. But yeah, if you're in the area, give Dungiven a little stop. It's worth, I don't know if you get accommodation, but it's definitely worth somewhere to grab some lunch. I'll leave it there. Or we'll walk back up. Well, we're back on. I'm not sure how I didn't see it. It's bigger than all the other ones. But yeah, Kevin was from Dungiven, and he was 25 when he died. So he survived 71 days. So, and there was Kieran Doherty survived 73 days. This is Dungiven. It does have nice views, I must say. But this is the grave of Kevin Lynch. Erected in proud memory of Kevin Lynch, who gave his life after 71 days on hunger strike in Longcash prison. Died 1st of August 1981, aged 25 years. A man can have no greater love than to lay down his life for his friends. So that is Kevin Lynch. So there he is, commemorated with the other hunger strikers. So 2 of them were from Ballygahy, a number from Limerick City, or not Limerick City, sorry, Derry, Armagh and Tyrone. And Belfast, of course. And that's the grave of Kevin Lynch, INLA volunteer and hunger striker. So here we are in the moody Dungiven graveyard. There are a couple of graves obviously of note. So Kevin Lynch's, which is down there, was one of the 1981 hunger strikers, and then there's a few other graves connected to the War of Independence. But what I did notice up here, if I can get a bit of a look at it, there is a standing stone, big tall one. $1980, it's not that long ago. Little rabbit holes. A big standing stone. So I don't know anything about this, I just saw it. It's the Dungiven standing stone with Dungiven graveyard and church in the background. That's a nice big house over there. But standing stones again, like the other Neolithic structures around the country, they're either used to identify particular places or particular people. or there were burial sites or not. I'm exactly sure what the significance of standing stones were, unless they had Ohm writing on it. It might mean something, which it might. There's little grooves there, but they're obviously all worn away. But that's the Dungiven standing stone, and then these great views of Derry. Now we're just back over the fence, so just have a quick look at some of the headstones here. See if there's anybody else of note in the area. John McVeigh of Dungiven, who died August 1884, aged 84 years, and his wife Bridget, who died on 3rd of March 1900, aged 87 years. George McCluskey, 2nd of January 1875. James McAloney of Glasgow, in memory of his uncle James McAloney, who died December 27th, 1878. That's that one. Lots of McCluskeys around here. More McCluskeys. If you're a McCluskey in Dungiven, you're probably buried here.